Good morning and welcome to On the Sport News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Yvonne Muchaka. Let us take a look at the news making the headlines. Sikhala files new bail application. Government stripping assets, MPs. Zimbos plot demo at United Nations. Freedom Alliance plots 2023 election roadmap. Value our pre-budget input, residents tell Harare City Council. CSOs red flag Gokwe-Kabuyuni by-elections. 15 million vaccines to fight Newcastle disease. A health disaster looms in major towns. And in sports, Kadewere in historic move to Rio Mallorca, and Mushekwi breaks goal-scoring record in China. And now for the news in detail. Citizens Coalition for Change leader Nelson Chamisa has warned his charges against engaging in corruption, saying the vice was synonymous with ZANU PF councillors and legislators plagued by thieving demons. The charismatic opposition politician said his party does not tolerate graft among elected public officials, who include councillors and members of parliament. Chamisa made the clarion call on Sunday while addressing multitude of Triple C supporters at Nyamunga Stadium in Kariba. The thank you rally was held to celebrate victories in recent by-elections in Kariba wards 3, 4, 5, and 8. Citizens Coalition for Change legislator Sikhala, who is accused of obstructing the course of justice, filed another bail application yesterday, challenging the lengthy period that he has spent in remand prison. Sikala, who was arrested on June 14, is being represented by Jeremiah Bamo and Beatrice Mtetwa. He argues that the passage of time had changed circumstances pertaining to his bail. Legislators have accused the executive of systematically stripping the country of its valuable assets and selling them through opaque deals, which observers say smell of deep-rooted corruption and plunder. In a heated question and answer session in Parliament last Thursday, it emerged that government has been clandestinely disposing of strategic entities such as mines and petroleum outlets without seeking parliamentary approval, in flagrant breach of the country's constitution. In March this year, Energy Minister Zimbos suspended the Petrotrade Board just months after its appointment, allegedly for resisting the sale of the company. Back in 2021, government structured a deal that would see 10 companies take control of Zimbabwe's gold refiner, Fidelity Printers and Refiners for $49 million. However, Finance Minister Mthuli Ncube said government was no longer selling Fidelity Printers. A group of Zimbabweans in the United States are plotting to protest over lack of electoral reforms and abuse of human rights in Zimbabwe during next month's United Nations General Assembly. The protesters want to use the platform to deliver their message at the event that is expected to attract world leaders, politicians, academics, and human rights experts from across the globe. In a statement yesterday, Zimbabwe Diaspora Voices Secretary Ronnie Muvirima confirmed the planned protest, saying they were actually mobilizing other pressure groups in the United States to join them. Freedom Alliance, a grouping of Matabeleland political and civic organizations, says it has embarked on initiatives to unite all progressive forces to ensure the Matabeleland region gets the right people elected into office in next year's elections. This comes amid concerns that since independence, representatives of different political parties in the region have failed to end marginalization of Matabeleland. Harare residents have told city authorities to value their input during pre-budget consultations that commenced yesterday in Ward 10, Sunningdale. Combined Harare Residents Association Acting Director Ruben Akili said that the pre-budget consultations should not just be cosmetic, but should take into consideration residents' priorities so that they are implemented. The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission (ZEC) is under fire for presiding over alleged gross irregularities in the weekend Gokwe-Kabuyuni parliamentary by-election. The opposition Citizens Coalition for Change party is disputing the credibility of the by-election, characterized by violence and alleged assisted voting of more than 1,400 people, while its polling agents were reportedly chased away at some polling stations. Civil society organizations have also weighed in, criticizing ZAC's apparent indifference to the irregularities. The ruling ZANU PF party retained the Gokwe-Kabuyuni constituency seat after its candidate Spencer Chuma polled 10,727 votes against Triple C's Costin Muguti, who garnered 4,800. ZEC spokesperson Jasper Mangwana tweeted, saying the voters' roll used was credible. In other news, Zimbabwe is in the process of producing 15 million doses of vaccine against Newcastle to protect poultry. The Department of Veterinary Services is producing the vaccine to serve the poultry in communal areas. At the moment, there are reports that some farmers in Goromonzi, Mashonaland East Province have lost considerable number of chickens due to the Newcastle disease, making the production of the vaccine timely. The Department of Veterinary Services says there are plans to vaccinate chickens countrywide as part of the government's drive to build a multi-million-dollar poultry industry that is expected to boost rural incomes and nutrition in line with Vision 2030. Political analyst Ibo Mandaza has described ZANU PF Gokwe-Kabuyuni legislator Justice Mayor Wajika as arrogant after he dared the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission to confiscate all his property. Wajika made the utterances recently after ZAC seized his fleet of trucks, which will be held pending the outcome of a court case where he is accused of fraud together with 3 cotton company of Zimbabwe executives. Wajika and his court co-accused Pius Manamike 54, Max Monjanji 47, Fortunate Malloy 34 and Chieda Dana 39 were recently granted $100,000 bail each by Harare magistrate Stanford Mambanje. They are facing fraud and money laundering charges involving 5.8 million United States dollars. While addressing ZANU PF supporters at a local school in his constituency last week, Wajika taunted ZAC, saying it should go on and take everything that belonged to him. During a presentation at the Center for Natural Resources Governance 10th anniversary celebrations in Harare, Mandaza described Wajika's utterances as shocking and scary. He said the arrogance being displayed by Wajika showed that he could have a lot of money stashed elsewhere. A health disaster looms in the country's urban areas due to persistent water shortages, residents' associations warned yesterday. This comes after most suburbs and industrial sites in Harare have gone for weeks without running water, while others have dirty water coming out of their taps. In Bulawayo, a 72-hour water rationing schedule has already been introduced, resulting in residents clocking more than 4 days without water. The acute water shortages have forced some residents to resort to unsafe water sources, exposing themselves to waterborne diseases such as diarrhea and cholera. Cholera hotspots such as Harare's Glenview and Barres suburbs have also gone for weeks without water supplies, prompting panic among residents. In 2008, more than 4,000 people died during a major cholera outbreak that affected close to 100,000 people and spread across neighboring countries. Now we turn over to sport news. Warriors striker Tino Kadewere arrived in the Spanish city of Palma yesterday ahead of his historic one-year loan move to La Liga side Real Mallorca from Olympique Lyon. The 26-year-old was spotted at the Palma de Mallorca airport with his family. Mushekwi has become Zhejiang Greentown's all-time leading scorer following his goal against Hebei CFFC in the Chinese Super League on Sunday. The former Warriors international took his tally to 41 goals, surpassing South Africa's Dino Ndlovu, who had held the record for a year. The 35-year-old striker hit the back of the net in the 5th minute to open the scoring in the encounter. Now we cross over to the European Soccer League. Tottenham manager Antonio Conte feels he needs at least 2 more transfer windows to challenge for the Premier League title. Spurs are level on 10 points with champions Manchester City in the top flight table after winning 3 of their opening 4 games. Chelsea has announced midfielder Ross Barkley has left the club by mutual consent and is a free agent. Barkley, who has 33 England caps but has not played for his country since 2019, has not appeared for Thomas Tuchel's side this season. The 28-year-old's last game for Chelsea was a 2-1 win over Watford on the final day of last season, when he secured a 90th minute winner. And sports news brings us to the end of our bulletin. We take a look at the headlines once again. Sikhala files new bail application. Government stripping assets. MPs. Zimbos demo at United Nations General Council. Freedom Alliance plots 2023 election roadmap. Value our pre-budget input, residents tell Harare City Council. CSOs red flag Gokwe-Kabuyuni by-election. 15 million vaccines to fight Newcastle disease. A health disaster looms in major towns. And in sport news, Kadewere in historic move to Rio Mallorca, and Mushekwi breaks goal-scoring record in China. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been our news bulletin. Pleasant viewing to you.